grabbed the monster and we are on the way to the gym because we have legs. So as I said, on the way to the gym we have legs. Guys, I'm not even joking. From the last leg day, even up until yesterday, my legs were feeling sore, especially my quads. And I was kind of like, you know, when you move or when you get out of the car and you put your leg in that position when it's kind of like your knee is bended and then it feels like it's gonna cramp the fuck out. That's the feeling that I had throughout this time. I'm talking about, I don't even remember how long ago I did legs, but I've already taken a rest day and I've already done two chest and a back day. So it's at least 3 days since I've done the leg day. So 3 days plus an evening. It could even be 5 days. I don't even remember now. Yeah, but anyway, the point is that we trained legs so hard last time that I had to take 4 or 5 days off from training legs because they still feel sore and not ready to go, which is incredible. But that's kind of like what we do, right? It's if you do that, you know you probably trained a little bit too hard too. But look, if you recover, by the time you're recovered, if you hit them again, you're fine. That's kind of like how you have to view this. So we're gonna head there, we're gonna start the leg day. I'm not gonna say I'm looking forward to it, but it is what it is at some point, eh? So let's get there. First things first, and first things first, and not first thing firsts. Jesus, can you tell that English is not my first language or my second? Anyway, I'll turn the camera off here and I'm gonna see you inside. Here we are. Right, we're gonna start with the leg press, but it's gonna be quad dominant. So as just like last time, I don't know if you remember or if you saw the video. If you didn't, go check it out. But if you didn't, essentially our feet are gonna be very close together and then very low down on the actual platform. So that allows you to hyper stretch the quads on the way down. So this is quad dominant. So obviously we can't move as much weight as we usually move when we, you know, have a wider stance, feet are higher up. This is just a different exercise, although it doesn't seem to be a different exercise because it's still the same machine. But you can alter some stuff here and there to, you know, change the exercise even if the machine is predominantly the same. But let's do the first set. We're actually going to do one more set. So this is a third set. We usually only do 2, but it is going to be a drop set and quite a significant one because we're down to like 50% of the weight that we moved before. I just want to see, you know, sometimes I just like trying stuff because it does feel very good. I will say my left leg feels like it's taking more damage, more load is what I'm trying to say, than my right leg. And it could be either of these two things, right? One, because of the knee situation, subconsciously my left leg is taking over and is moving more weight. Or two, my left leg is tight, so the muscles, the quads are just tighter. So when you're trying to work out and you're trying to move a lot of weight, and obviously all of it or most of it goes through the quad, it feels tight. That's how it feels. It doesn't feel sore, it feels tight. So I just wanna check how this if we reduce the weight, what's gonna happen? You know, I'm just troubleshooting at this point, guys, honestly. If any of you knows what's up, or you have an opinion, by all means, I want to hear it. So, let's do this. So, I don't know about that drop set. I don't know if it did anything or not. As I said, I'm just troubleshooting. I don't know what it is 100% of the time. I'm just trying to figure out if it's this or the other, and then what can I do about it. But I will say, ever since we reduced the weight on pretty much everything, my body aches less. I will also say, I feel it takes longer to recover from training. And I think this is a good thing, because I did realize with the previous split and the way that we were training before, I was training and then in 2 days time I was ready to go, but it wasn't time to go on my split. So that either means that you're gonna have to alter the split, so you hit X muscle group in 2 days time again, or you don't train hard enough. And I don't think that intensity was a problem, because we were moving so much weight and we were controlling the weight and all that. But as I've said, joints take a hit. But once you slow your sit down and make sure that all the resistance goes to the muscle that you're targeting, like in this instance, let's say the hamstrings. Well, again, it's pretty hard to not do hamstrings on this machine, but that's a bad example. Let's say on the bench, you know, if we can focus as much as we can on the chest, on the pecs, instead of allowing triceps and front delts to take over when the pecs are getting tired, which again, up to a degree is fine, but there's a bit of nuisance here, right? You have to make sure that the pecs have the primary muscle that are actually moving the weight, and that you stress them enough, and that you don't put your joints in a weird position, your elbow joints and your shoulder joints. It's just there's a bit of a nuisance there, I know, but trust me, if you slow your stuff down and you reduce the weight, once again, my pecs still feel sore from 2 days ago when we did chest. They're sore, they're literally sore. Like if I do this, here I can actually feel them and I can stretch all the way back there. And I feel them just pulling me back. That's what we want. But as I've said, trial and error, we're just trying to figure out what's wrong, if there is anything wrong. But yeah, I do think that my knee is in a bit of a trouble. I want to say trouble. Nothing too major, not at the moment. But I'm not sure if this can become something serious, something major, if we keep this up and we don't do something about it. But I think by reducing the weight and addressing it, more range of motion, better stretch, more control, more time under tension instead of more weight, I think we're going to be good. We'll find out. All right, let's do the first set here. Hamstrings, dear old hamstrings, please work. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Mm. Oh. Eesh. Eesh. Oosh. Ha. Ah. Oh, that was good. Oh. Okay. Well, one more here, and then I don't know. I might do leg extensions, but the thing with the leg extensions is, again, too much weight. And I need the weight to actually feel the exercise, which is a bit of an issue. But oh well. I might try it. I might give it a go and then just go lighter and figure out if we can get a good workout from it, but we'll see. Because every single leg extension machine is taken, again, and I can't really do leg press again because I just did it in the beginning, and there's no fucking way I'm going to do squats now. I'm going to do side lats until something becomes available. Because I was thinking about this, I was like, fucking, I'm just going to do side lats pretty much every single time I'm here. That's 3 times, that's 5 times a week. That might be a little bit too much, but to be honest, they don't feel sore, which means they recover in time, which means that I can hit them again. I have a sneaky feeling that you can do side lats 6-7 times a week, honestly, until you need a few days off from doing them, essentially, and then you recover, because they're just such a small muscle, and then it's just like whatever, right? It's side lats. I can't remember the last time that they were actually truly sore, so, you know. Anyway, let's do the second. Okay, one more, and then we move. Alright, we're gonna do leg extensions, but I wanted to show you this. What does that say down there? Can you guys see? I hope you can. It says 130 kilo, believe it or not. Oh, which is incredible for a machine to have 130 kilo, because it just doesn't happen. Most of them go up to 90, maybe 100, but that's about it. Now, I will say this machine, for some weird ass reason, is not as difficult as you might imagine. 130 kilo moves relatively easier than what we do with the other machine, which is bladed. So what I'm trying to say is, if you put 130 kilo here, which is the max, which is the stack, and you put 130 kilo worth of plates over there, that one is way more difficult than this one, although it's the same weight. It's just, also this one, you can't really go, the range of motion is relatively limited, but because the other one is being used, we're going to use that one. That's fine, only the end of the workout. We are gonna wrap that one up. Well, I'm gonna do one more set, but for you it's wrapped. So tomorrow rest day for sure, but I am gonna see you a day after with back again. It's more like a pull day. It's not a back day, is it? Well, that's fine. That's fine. Well, I know this workout was a bit, you know, not the usual workout, and you have to deconstruct and get through some shoulders in there, but it's whatever. At the end of the day, it just depends on individual goals. Like if you want to do shoulders, if you want to get your shoulders bigger, what you need to do is train them. Unless you're training them too much, and then you need to do less so they can recover in time. But the thing is, nobody overtrains shoulders, with like a few exceptions of professional bodybuilders maybe. But even they're just trying to find out whether their shoulders will grow that way. But most people don't overtrain in general, let alone shoulders. So, you know, my thought is, I'm undertraining them. So we're going to be doing them every single time we're here, unless we're very limited in time. But it's a very quick exercise. It doesn't take long to do them at all. But with that being said, we're going to wrap it up. And I'm going to see you next time. Till then, peace, and I'm out.